Hello, Loggers fans, and welcome back into another edition of Meet the Loggers. My name is Nick Riddolotti from the Loggers Radio Network, and today we are joined by Loggers starting pitcher, left-hander Jake Stassi. Jake, so far this season, an ERA under 2. He's been very impressive in a handful of starts. Jake, first off, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Nick.
Now, I want to start first off, Jake, with your family. A very rich tradition of baseball within your family. Your dad, Jim, played in the minors, and your two brothers, Max and Brock. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about their journeys in the game of baseball?
Oh, yeah, we come from a big-time baseball family. It all started actually with my great uncle. His name was Merle Hogue. He played on the 1933 Yankees, played in the big leagues for a little while.
Wow. With
Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig on those teams. And my papa was a catcher, and then my dad also a catcher, and my middle brother's a catcher, and Dad made it up to AAA with the Giants. And right now Max and Brock, two brothers, Brock being the oldest, he got picked up by the Phillies out of University of Nevada, and he's with their organization. And Max was picked up in the 4th round in 2009 by the Oakland A's, and he's with the high A team in Stockton.
And how important has your family been? Your grandfather, your father, and your two brothers who are playing in minor league systems right now in the major leagues. How important are they for you when you seek advice or you're just looking to talk about baseball?
Yeah, it's very important. I kind of was born into it, I guess you could say. My dad coached at Yuba City High School for 19 years, and I grew up out there on the field, and we're always talking baseball whenever we're all together, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, you played with the Loggers last season. What did you feel when you found out you were going to be coming back for a second season here in the Northwoods League?
I was really excited. I had a great time last summer, and really learned a lot. I feel like I developed a lot as a player and also as a person, and really wanted to come back for year 2.
Now, when you came back, you brought along one of your teammates, Rich Prigatano. That's pretty cool. How cool is it to get to see teammates you play with at Long Beach and maybe even opponents you play against here in the Northwoods League on a daily basis?
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty special deal. Got a lot of guys from the West Coast out here, and having Rich out is really neat. And I hope that I think that he's really come a long ways, and he's going to learn a lot this summer.
Now, you're a broadcaster's best dream, and I'll tell you why, Jake. Because you work with such a fast pace on the hill. You keep the flow going. Is that something you developed at a young age, and why do you feel that's so effective to kind of dictate the pace of the game on the hill?
Yeah, I just like to get the ball and go, and not really stand up there too long, and have good tempo, and just get the ball back from the catcher and deliver it right again.
Now, you had a good tempo going. You were actually the winning pitcher when the Loggers set their franchise record with their 11th consecutive victory last week. How did it feel to be that pitcher that took the hill that game and to come out as the pitcher of record in that one?
Even though it was in Battle Creek, and we had a lot of team camaraderie there, and it was really special. Something that I can look back on and say, hey, that was pretty cool. We came to the yard every night ready to play, and it was a lot of fun.
Now, Jake, these road trips are tough. Sometimes we get back really late. We got to be back at the ballpark. Manager Andy McKay has a pretty strict schedule, which most players feel is really beneficial. But you somehow every day seem to show up and say, I got my P90X in. First off, tell people a little bit about P90X, and how do you keep that motivation with such a grueling schedule to hit an extra workout every day?
Well, it's only when I'm at home, really, and at my host family house. It's actually a really good deal. They set it up, and they have all the pull-up bars and the push-up stuff. And since I'm in Minnesota, about 15 minutes from the park, don't really get to go to the gym every day. So I just figured, hey, I do that all summer, and I really like it.
All right, and Jake, if there's a Major League Baseball player, obviously a pitcher that you feel your game most resembles, who would you say that is?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say John Lester, the Boston Red Sox. I grew up really liking him, and I like the Red Sox too, and yeah.
And what about when you were a young kid, a young Jake Stassi? Who did you look up to in the major leagues? Who was your favorite player?
Luis Gonzalez from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Why was that?
I actually had the chance to meet him. My dad coached with his brother a little bit, and got the shot to meet him, and really liked the Diamondbacks that year with Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling, and all those guys when they want to beat the Yankees.
Now, it's been a pretty good season so far. Right now, you guys are in line to possibly clinch the first half championship. Probably a lot of good ones out there. If you could name a favorite play or moment so far for you this season.
So far, I'd say the highlight has been the 11-game winning streak, and it's been a fun ride so far, and it's still very early, and we're gonna still come ready to play.
All right, and Jake, you've been pestering me. I wouldn't say pestering, asking me to give a shout out to the YC on the radio. Now, I don't really know what that means. Could you explain what you're trying to get me to do with the YC?
The YC, that's my hometown, and I got a lot of pride for Yuba City and Yuba City High School. We're the Honkers. Yeah.
All right, well, here's
YC.
Here's one for you, Jake. Shout out to the YC from their hometown hero, Jake Stassi. Jake, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks a lot
with
for
Meet the
having
Loggers.
me. Appreciate it.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.